Slowing down to speed up. I will never forget the first time someone told me this, and I thought that they were crazy. And I said, no, to speed up, you have to speed up. But as I began to hear this thing again and elevate in consciousness and have more awareness, I then began to see, okay, I can understand this concept. I can understand that slowing down would help me to be able to speed up and accelerate where I'm desiring to go. But then I was like, okay, but like, what does slowing down mean? Does that just mean like I sit on the couch and just like wait around? Like, what does slowing down mean? And of course, Spirit is reminding me once again of the importance and the power in truly slowing down to speed up. So I am really truly at a point in my growth and evolution and consciousness and process where I have asked my guides, my soul and spirit, that when I need to do shadow work, it will present to me. When I need to work through things, they will present to me. I am no longer digging up trauma, no longer seeking out things just to like keep myself in this loop and busyness of always doing shadow work and always trying to fix myself, because I don't need to be fixed. None of us need to be fixed. You don't need to be fixed. We're all perfect, whole, and complete. And the goal is to remember and see that we are whole, perfect, and complete. So the other day, I am reminded of slowing down to speed up. Now here's the thing, before I get into what my experience, if you have any type of thing happening in your body, in your health, or in your life that is literally like forcing you to slow down, you've probably been getting this message. You've probably been getting the message that you need to slow down. But our mind this is like so permeated into our society, is literally like pulsed into the collective of like faster. We need to get to where we want to go. We need to be achieving, succeeding, and accomplishing and getting things on our to-do list done. And we are souls that we only have this short life, and we have to do all of these things and accomplish all of these things and make money and then retire and then travel and then raise kids and a family and get an education and do all of these things. And we only have this much time and we need to get it all done then. It's stressful. And this is the narrative that is pulsed into our collective, into our society. And so as human beings, we are always seeking to like, how can we optimize? How can we the mind wants to do things in the quickest, most efficient way. And that's for a reason. That's a good thing. However, this can really hinder us when we are comparing ourselves and our journey to others, and to others' expansion and growth, and comparing ourselves to what we don't see behind the scenes and what we don't know about their soul's path. Their soul could be desiring to there's so many factors that could be playing into this. And so we truly just cannot compare ourselves to another soul in their path. But when we see all of this constant going, doing, and feeling like we're behind, it can be really hard to slow down, because then it feels like we're missing out. It feels like we're falling behind. Feels like we're not achieving. It feels like all of these childhood wounds of not being enough, not succeeding, not being special. All of these things start to come to the surface when we slow down. However, when we actually allow ourselves, and here's the thing, because for many years for myself, I tried slowing down, but because I was in a perpetual fight or flight, which the majority of our collective is, in some degree, predominantly in the US, I would say, certainly in other cultures as well, but it is so pervasive in this part of the world. And when we are not able to get out of fight or flight, not doing feels like dying. Not doing, not accomplishing, not achieving feels unfamiliar, and therefore it feels like death. And so what we actually need to do is learn to come into the body, come into the breath, really work with our nervous system, right? Because so many of us have been in this high cortisol, high adrenaline, high state for so long that we are either stuck there or we've completely flatlined into adrenal fatigue. And if you're still in the high cortisol, it's only a matter of time before you get into the adrenal fatigue, and then the universe forces you to slow down. However, if we can make the choice to slow down before it gets to that place and that space, then we have this really beautiful opportunity to work through things. And so, as you all know, hopefully if you're new here, welcome. But as many of you know, the miracle frequency is what I have chosen now. Like, I've done so much shadow work, and I'm not saying that I don't have more to do. Of course I have more to do, but I'm no longer seeking it out. However, when it presents to me, I am available to work through it. And when I am not doing that, I am deliberately choosing to live in magic, miracles, synchronicities. And this is the miracle frequency. This is my program that if you are not in and you are not in this frequency and in living in this emanation, oh my goodness, I so welcome you into this. All of the details will be below. This is where we anchor into living this way so that there is the opportunity to work with our angels and guides in our connection to our soul and to see the magic and miraculous in everything. Because even in our hard times and even in the shadow work and the more difficult times, oh my goodness, there is so much magic. And when we begin to tune our eye to it, you will see it everywhere. And truly, this is about raising your frequency, raising your consciousness, and allowing yourself into your natural state. That's really what the miracle frequency is. So when I am not in the miracle frequency, when I'm not doing shadow work, which I've tried to limit at this point, I'm living in the miracle frequency. But the other day, my guides brought forth slowing down. They're slowing down so that I may speed up. And without getting into all of the details, what happens when we actually allow ourselves to slow down is it can look like just sitting on the couch and doing nothing. But what this is often going to do and bring about is a desire to retreat from your normal day-to-day routine. And you will be presented with that which needs to be released. So for myself, I'm always asking and working with my guides and my soul and source. And it is so funny how when we ask for things, we will always receive them. Truly always. But it will not always look like the way that you think it will. So when I asked for something in my life, little did I know that the pathway to getting there was going to be releasing all of these things from the past. And making peace with these things from the past. And actually calling back soul fragments from the past that I had lost and left behind. And this is what I help my clients do. And of course, we all have this at some point in our life where a part of our soul breaks off in these challenging situations in our past, whether this life or past. And this is going to lead to a myriad of things. Number one, just being a depletion in our energy and in our life force and in our power and cultivation and in our connection to our soul and spirit. And so as I was given the opportunity, so now I work with my angels and guides in a way that I don't have to get, not always, because sometimes I'm stubborn to the point of like completely so tired that I can't do anything, but that just like nudge, like, hey, you asked, and so this is the opportunity to now work with these things, and rather through these things. And so as I was working through these things and calling back these soul fragments, I saw how this level of slowing down and of tending to these parts of myself was exactly what I needed in order to speed up, was exactly what I needed in order to get to where I want to go, was exactly what I needed in order to regain more of my intuition, more of my power, more of my energy, more of my truth, more of my connection to my soul and source. And so if that's what you are seeking, which I think that we all should be seeking more of our connection to our soul and source, a greater connection to our intuition, opening up our eyes, working with our energy. And when we do this, it is going to require us to be there for ourselves, just in the same way that we would be for a dear friend or a family member who truly needed us. The same is necessary of your soul, of your body, of your spirit. And so all of these things that happen in our life that are transpiring, that can appear to be problems and really bad things, are often our spirit and our soul talking to us, reflecting us to slow down, to look within, to ask. And if you are in this place of like, okay, I am clearly being asked to slow down, I invite you to ask that you may be shown how to work through this. And if you're needing further guidance, either working with someone like myself one-on-one or getting in the miracle frequency so that you know how to work with your angels and guides, to work with your soul, to work with source so that you may move through these things. And then this is how we slow down to speed up. This is how quantum leaps take place. Quantum leaps don't take place just by moving really, really, really fast. They take place by slowing down. And so with that, you're ready to hop in the miracle frequency. All of the details will be below. I'm just sending you all infinite love and light.